Good morning, everyone. It's Marcia Whyte, your life and business coach, coming to you this morning with lessons from turkey soup. Well, recently, and here's the thing. I know that I have interesting content because I look for the lessons in everything. And so I recently, I guess a few days ago, maybe today's Tuesday, so maybe last weekend, I had the opportunity to roast a turkey breast for my family dinner. And so we had, a turkey and dressing full menu. And it was quite tasty because I'm a pretty good cook. But I thought about, all right, we have, a couple of nights dinner. It was a huge turkey breast. And then we had, a day or so of sandwiches. And after a while, it was like there was enough meat left to feed again or to eat again, but not really enough to make a full menu. And so I considered rather, what am I going to do with this? And then a thought was, let's make some soup. Well, hey, Tanita, how are you? Thanks for being here. You can share this out if you wouldn't mind. The first lesson that comes from this is, and there's 4, is repurpose what you have. All right. Now, my example is obviously a turkey breast or the the bare carcass of the turkey breast. But out of that, I was able to make stock and, pick some of the meat off of the bones and really fill a pot. There was quite a bit more meat than I expected. What does that mean for us in business? Thanks, Timothy, for joining. I really appreciate it. And Tanita, I thank you for sharing. When you repurpose what you have, a life lesson, a menu item, a business experience, whatever it is, there is always something that can come out of your experience. Work with what is in your hands. We go sometimes looking far off for, something amazing. Like yesterday, the buzz all over the country was the solar eclipse. Well, that's great, but there's lessons from the solar eclipse. I did a live stream yesterday on, the similarities between grief and the eclipse. So just repurpose what you already have. And then, the second lesson came from when it was time to add the vegetables. I like certain vegetables in my soup and I don't like certain others. My daughter, for instance, that's still at home, does not like peas. Well, I had a lot of vegetables in there that she did like, but I like peas. So, and I know that when I use frozen, they rise to the top of the broth. So you can easily pick them out. And I didn't add a lot, but the point is I like them. And it was my pot of soup on my stove. So I put a few in there. It made me feel better. The second lesson for us is always add a little something for yourself. It is wonderful to serve, to show up powerfully, to study, to network, to engage and do. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for being here. To do and give and be for those we are called to. But at the end of the day, it is important for there to be a little bit left of what we want, what's important to us, because not only can't you pour from an empty cup, but we should be doing we should be doing what we do in whatever field we're in with the mindset of pouring from the overflow, not from the cup. See, that's the misnomer I think that is taught in the marketplace. And we ought to be able to fill our cup with the things that we enjoy because it makes it easier. It makes it more engaging for us when we have buy-in to what it is that we're sharing. It makes the audience that we're reaching or trying to reach connect with us, because they see that we like what's already in the pot. And today we're talking about an actual pot of soup and the proverbial pot of soup. And so always have something in there for you. So number one, repurpose what you have, like I did the turkey breast. And then two, like I did the peas, in light of everything else. Yes, fill your cup from the overflow. Always add a little bit of something for you, because sometimes when you're sharing things like I'm on this video now, I promise you, I will look back at this live stream at some point and say, oh, yeah, that's a great reminder for myself. Number 3 of the 4 is have enough for others to benefit. Again, it's a matter of mindset. Keep uppermost in your mind that you are to give. You have been filled to give, to pour into, to share. Good morning, Miyoko. Good to see you here, my brother. You have a ton of wealth, a ton of expertise, a ton of wisdom, a ton of experience to share with people. And folks are looking for you. So make sure that whatever you have, whether it's an actual pot of soup or the proverbial pot, that there is enough that others can benefit, because that's really what it's all about. And to that end, how it manifested in my kitchen last night, my mother, who only lives about 1.5 miles from me, showed up with an appetite. And so she not only was able to partake or eat at my house. Sorry, this hair is really bothering me today. Not only was she able to eat a little bit while she was here, she was able to take some with her. And that's what you want to do when you are speaking to people, when you are leading people, when you are providing your goods and services in the marketplace. You want to make sure that there's enough of what you have for everybody to have some, so that maybe they'll share, or maybe the enjoyment of what it is that you have served up and they're enjoying, eating, ingesting, applying, whatever it is. Someone else will say, "Ooh, that looks good. Where did you find that?" And they'll be able to say, "Oh, Marcia Whyte did," or Tanika Austin, or, Milko Taylor, whoever it is. So have enough for others to benefit. So the first is repurpose what you have, then always add something, a little something for yourself. Third is have enough for others to benefit. And then fourth, enjoy. I had such a good time. It was blazing hot here. I live, as I shared yesterday about the eclipse, in Tennessee, where we were right in the path of the eclipse, and it really did get pitch black. I mean, the cicadas and the crickets and all of those were out there buzzing and chirping and doing whatever they do at night for those few minutes, and then the sun came back out. But even in that heat, we had soup. Now, thank God we have air conditioning in our house. But it was good. It was comforting. It helped us. And I thoroughly enjoyed what I had put in that pot. I thoroughly enjoy the content that I share with you. I work very hard at it. I am extremely intentional about what I put out here, not just because it's my name and my brand, but because I want to make an impact positively for you guys, because you are important to me. You truly are. And I enjoy the interactions, both on the live streams and on the replay viewers, and in the messages I get in my inbox, because people will say, "Hey, Marcia, could you come and talk with us about this, in more detail?" Or how would you feel about a joint venture? Or I got a lot of value out of what you shared, because I've been struggling and didn't know where to look for an answer. And that makes it so enjoyable for me. When you share what you have, you should enjoy it first. All right. There's a saying in the culinary world, and for those of you who might not know, I'm a trained cook. I'm not really a chef, but you should never trust a cook that doesn't eat their own. All right. So when I show up, and I'm not a cheerleader type personality, but I genuinely enjoy serving. So it's easy for me to smile and be excited and be engaging about what I have to give, because I'm wired to give. So thank you so much. If you would like to have a conversation with me, or if you'd like to talk with me about coming to speak or train at any of your events for your team, for a conference or whatnot that you may be hosting, or if you just want an ear to see how you might work through something in your life or business, please click on the link in my bio, in the in the title of this video, the Book Me link. That will put you right on my calendar. Know that it is in Eastern Time, which is where I live. And so you can adjust yours accordingly. And we will have that conversation and make whatever it is happen. And if on some slight chance it's not a good fit on either end, I'll tell you that. Or you can tell me. No hard feelings, but you'll never know until we have that conversation. And so I'm looking forward to seeing you on my calendar. And until then, just remember, there is always a lesson in everything, even from a pot of turkey soup. Have a great day. I appreciate you joining. I will talk to you soon. Blessings.